Hey everybody, Nick Pompeian with Realty Growth coming to you from a brand new, yet an old building in downtown Rochester, Minnesota. This is the former Avalon Music Building in downtown Rochester. There's a lot of history here, but now it is becoming and rebranded as The Social at the Avalon. Let's go check it out. Oh, that's kind of like the original sign that was on the building. It very much is reminiscent of the original sign. National Register of Historic Places. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of history here, if walls could talk. So here we go, let's go check out the first floor. Now, this has been all sorts of things. I remember as a kid, this used to be a music store, and I used to come up to the second floor every year for 10 years and play piano pieces. But now they have transformed it, and what this is gonna become is The Social, which will sit on the main floor, and will be a sort of, I would call it, entertainment center for the community to utilize. And so that's the first floor. There's a lot of original details, such as the ceiling, which I love. Also the wainscoting along the walls, it's pretty cool. So they're doing a major renovation here. There used to be a stairwell actually that sat right here in this corner. They used to go up to the second floor. Well, obviously that is no more. Yeah, the ceiling is just amazing. Is it like looking crazy cool?
I'm just shocked.
All right, everybody, now let's go check out the progress on second floor, where a new salon is gonna be, and it's gonna be known as Hair and Company. Holy cow! This is insane.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow, they weren't kidding. So now we're sitting on what is going to be a new business in town, a new salon called Hair and Company. So there'll be individualized seats that can be rented out on a daily basis. So I would invite you to click on the following link to get more information about what is happening here on the second floor. This is exactly where I remember. I think we're standing in the exact space when I was young. So we're talking when I was 5 years old is when I started coming here. I think we're in the exact space where I used to play my piano music. So this is really crazy to see the difference that this is. This also was the main floor, the second floor of all the lodging units when this used to be the Avalon Hotel. What a difference this has made, because they're all individual rooms, and now they've completely opened up this entire floor, which is just incredible. Welcome to the third floor, which houses 2 apartments, which were here probably about 5 years ago when they redid it. This actually used to be, I remember coming here about 15 years ago before the last owner did a remodel up here. It was a single apartment, so it was huge. Imagine an entire floor. And I remember walking in, as you walked in, there's actually a giant jacuzzi in the middle of the room. Super 70s, but really cool. So what a difference this has made, obviously. So we have 2 apartments. There's one over here. That would be more of a 1-bedroom studio. And then in here, which is, I would call it a very grand apartment. There used to be a kitchen. This is crazy. There used to be a kitchen out here as you walk, but now they've like moved the kitchen. And this is amazing. This just used to be some dead space. This used to be a bedroom. This used to be a living room, but now they've switched the configuration quite a bit, which this is incredible. Once again, you're right downtown. Once again, in one of the most recognized buildings in Rochester. This building itself was actually built in 1919 by a Jewish immigrant, and it was meant to house Jewish people that were coming to the clinic, that they could stay here. There's also a restaurant here. And then throughout the years, it actually continued to work as the Avalon Hotel. And it actually became the only hotel in Rochester that served the African-American population. Now that's really significant and a really wonderful thing, which has made this thing such a pillar and such a historical marker here in Rochester. Once again, I remember as a kid going to my piano recitals, and they had pictures down the hallway on the second floor of the various people that had stayed here. And one person that I remember every time looking at, it was Louis Armstrong. As many people know, he was a very famous jazz musician, played the trumpet. I myself was a trumpetist, starting in 5th grade, so it was really cool to have that connection. And I'm sure there's many other famous people that came through this building throughout all those years. And then of course we found that after the hotel, it became a music store, which I think a lot of people remember. That was probably through the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It was known as the Avalon Music Building. And that's how I always have remembered it, like I said, as a kid. But anyways, a lot of history here. And what I really appreciate about this whole thing is that you have new owners in Natalie and Christine who really truly have a vision of how to make the old new again. But what I appreciate even more is that not only do they keep the historical integrity of the building, but they bring it back to what it was and what it was meant to be. This was meant to be a place for community, a place for entertainment, and a place for lodging. Once again, right? It was built originally as a hotel with a kitchen and a restaurant. And now what are they doing? Natalie and Christine are bringing that back. So they're bringing it back to what it was, right? So on the main floor, you're gonna have the social, which is gonna be a wonderful community space for Rochester to utilize, whether it's for their events, private dinners, whatever that might be. On the second floor, you're gonna have another community-based service in the salon, hair and company. So you're gonna have a lot of conversation going on the second floor. And then the third floor, you get the lodging aspect of it. So you have 2 additional apartments. So once again, it brings it full circle. This was originally built as a place for the community to live and to eat. And Natalie and Christine, congratulations on this massive renovation of this beautiful historical building, because you're bringing it back exactly to what I believe the original owner wanted. You're bringing it back to the community. You're bringing it back to places that people can come and gather. It doesn't matter your race, your religion, none of that matters. This is meant for everybody, which is exactly how it was built. This is awesome. This is really cool.
I don't even know what to say.
As progress continues, we'll definitely be back here. And of course, once the building is ready to go, we'll have a great reveal. So please stay tuned here and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Instagram below.